in financial matters?
Part of this question has already been answered by me in one of the earlier sessions here. And the second part cannot be answered in a small session like this. A full book has to be written on this question. What is the alternative system which could replace the present day banking system based on usury and interest? And we are putting this question as if within 5 minutes I could dispose of the answer. It's not possible. Some scholars have to be put to this task. They have to work out the things and submit reports, and these reports have to be have to be studied and commented upon by some other scholars. This is a task which is very laborious and which will take quite some time. In fact, so far, the government of Pakistan has failed to find an answer. And the system which they have invented to replace the present day banking system is in fact another system based on usury, though we do not give it the name of usury, but the conditions and the way of rules of conduct are practically the same, only the name has been changed. Similarly, the Arab world has so far totally failed to give a replacement system to the finances of their own country and to their banks. There are some very grave difficulties in the way. The financial system of the world as such has a very strong influence over all the financial transactions in the world. And this is a huge ocean of an economic system. One single country or a few poor countries all put together cannot remain completely independent and uninfluenced by this overwhelming financial system. They have to have some transactions, some assurances, reassurances, and trade balances of trade between them and the other countries which believe in usury and things. And the whole financial systems are completely controlled by a few hands, higher up somewhere. And it's impossible for any poor country to completely wriggle out of their clutches. So something has to be devised to fight it out and to try to escape from the influence of this system by some scholars. I mean, there is no ready answer which I can give you that yes, you adopt this and you will get out of the system and go into a new one. But as far as the Islamic system is concerned, it is workable, it is viable, it has worked before, it can work again in small communities like us. Like us, we have demonstrated that it can work if people are cooperative, and within those who are ready to accept this system, this is workable. We have a system of amana in Rabwa, it has also been in Qadian for many years, in which people who deposit their money do not expect any interest, nor are they charged for any services. And the amana just keeps their account with them, and whenever they require they can take it out. And also there are other shirakat, we call it, a company-like shareholding, like associations of tijarat, trade, etc. among Ahmadis, which have completely no influence of usury. But still, it is false to claim that Ahmadis as such have been able to escape the influence of this system of usury. The individual traders have to have trade with other individuals who do not believe in this non-usury system. They have to go to the banks for letters of credit and things, and they have to export things and import things again through banks. So it's impossible for communities or countries or individuals to totally escape at this time of history. But I'm sure if Ahmadiyyat is given some foothold somewhere with the grace of Allah, will ultimately work out. Please. Yes?
I just wanted to mention that Sheikh Mubarak Ansari, somebody is in India, he invited members of the UK Jamaat to start a similar fund like they have in Thailand, and that is in existence in the UK now. There are many members that put down money on which they do not get any sort of
that's right, but again that does not solve the other problem. Yes, thank you.
What's happening in
Right, yes.
is also happening in this country.
Right, thank you. Yes, please. Wari Sahib. Just a minute, Wari Sahib, there is a lady who wants to ask a question. So after she has finished, then I'll permit you, right? Yes? Is your voice being carried by the loudspeaker system or directly? Could you kindly speak into the microphone? Wari Sahib, again, it doesn't seem to have come through wires. Yes, now please, could you repeat?
I'd like to ask a question on behalf of the young listener.
Yes.
A few weeks ago, we had a seminar for English women at the London Mosque. These women have now invited us to do a seminar at the university for teaching students who are living disabilities. I'd like to know our ladies, if it is possible for our ladies to give teaching to the students who will be both men and women, so all of you have both us.
Yes, of course you are permitted. Why not?
Is it okay if we show our thumb out in our eyes?
Now listen, these questions have to be asked directly to me, from me, or from the Imam or Amir Sahib here. I mean, this is not the forum for asking these individual questions. I mean, this is an administrative affair where you want a special permission. As far as the jurisprudence is concerned, a Muslim lady is permitted to address a men's gathering if it is for the sake of some useful purpose, some necessity. Not just to appear vainly or for the purposes in which generally nowadays you find the Western society being addressed, most often, I mean, but for a real solid purpose you can be permitted. But for this you have to ask particular permission from your Jamaat so that this permission is not misused. Because this situation is inherent with dangers. Some people, in the name of addressing people, they can go beyond certain limits and destroy the system of Parda altogether. So you have to apply these preventive measures. You write to Imam Sahib or Amir Sahib about this and explain your case and get the permission.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
It is the grace and mercy of Allah Ta'ala that Prophet Musa and his brothers have enlightened us on the subject of Islam and Biyah, immunity from sins. Now, it is clear for us that the stories attributed to previous prophets were fabrications and without any truth. I wonder if the ulama of today still hold such a belief that the previous prophets committed some sins. May I request Hazur to explain this point?
Yes, I know that many an ulama of today does believe in this, and they stick to their older doctrine that certain prophets of Allah